What's up, guys? We're back. It's Tuesday, New Comic Tuesday, and
Yay.
Kyle, not Kevin, Kevin, not Kyle, is back. Back from Hawaii after his punishment from being sent to limbo by Sean.
I don't even know what I did. It sucked.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, you got the Rona, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Did get the Rona.
Yeah.
Now I'm back. You missed me. I know everyone did.
Yeah.
So stuck with me again.
Yep.
Kim, for whatever reason, didn't want to be here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yep.
Can't imagine why.
But at some point, we're going to try to get the triumvirate of us together. We're going to try to do the three of us together on a show. We're going to try to make it a threesome. So it should be fun.
We can try.
Yeah, we can try.
2 guys, a girl,
Yeah.
and a comic shop.
There we go. Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Why does that sound so familiar?
Just made it up.
It's original. So here we go. We're going to start with the Skippets and the Mez. So it sounds like I was a little bit more forgiving than you were.
Yeah, I think being sick and being gone for 2 weeks, now I'm just like back at it, chopping block.
Are those your Skippets?
Yeah, those are my Skippets.
Oh my God. Okay. I only had 6. I had 6 Skippets. So you want to show them your stack of Skippets?
Yeah,
I have 6. He's got 15.
let's say double that at least.
Yeah, he's got like 12. I've got 6.
Dang.
I was a bit more forgiving on mine.
It's gonna be a week.
Yes, it will. So I had a good week reading. It looks like you didn't have a good week reading.
But the good stuff was really good.
That is true.
So
That is true.
yeah, I think of the order in which I read, it would have been better if some of these came later. But
So I'm curious to see how fast I'm going to go through my my cola cocktail.
Yeah, how my actual picks of Skippets that should have been Skippets.
Yeah.
For you probably. Okay.
All right. Starting off with the Mez.
The Mez, the decent stuff.
I'm coming out swinging.
Okay.
I got Carnage number 1.
That's a Mez for you.
That was a Met for me.
Okay. I have King Spawn number 8.
Oh, you know what? Did I have that?
It teetered. It could have easily.
You know what? I had that as a.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like an honorable mention.
So for Carnage, for me,
Okay.
this was mostly good.
Mm-hmm.
I love the covers for this. The covers are great. A lot of great covers this week. Yeah, this one is probably the best. It's the main cover too.
Yeah, I think that's the best.
Yeah, which is
Weird.
shocking. Yeah, because we saw like the 1 in 20, 1 in 50 looks like shit.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
looked really
it's like I'd rather take the main cover over most of these.
weirdly enough
crap,
for Marvel, yeah.
The first story was a good opener. Follow the story from beginning to end. If you follow it from beginning to end and then back to the beginning, you see who's going to become the next host.
Yes.
Effectively. It's like, okay, cool. All right. The second one, that ending does not make sense. No. Carnage would have killed him. There's no, it's like.
Very after school special.
Yes, it was. It's like the after school special with the Carnage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't even bother with the Family Circus Carnage newspaper thing in the back.
No.
Art is okay. Bagley's art is better in the second story than the art in the first story. I thought the first, so like I'll talk about it, but like the first 2, you get 1 page, then you get a double splash page. And I'm like, this art sucks. Yeah.
I was like, if this is what I'm in for, this is going to be very bad. And then it immediately changes again, and I'm like, oh, this is good again.
Yeah.
It's weird.
On a whole, it's good. It's not great. It's not as exciting, fun, terrifying, or violent as I was thinking it would be. Because the Carnage.
Yeah, Carnage Forever. What is that?
That was great. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was what I wanted. With that, I was expecting that in this. Not so much.
Until they kind of pulled their punches a little bit.
Yeah, they did. He really pulled his punch in that story. Yeah. So there you go. It's Matt.
King Spawn. Good story. One of my issues I've been having with a lot of this not Gunslinger Spawn tie-ins is that they are just so confusing. There are so many characters. Like in this King Spawn, so many characters. There's the Court of Priests or something that was brought into this one now, and they're coming after Spawn, and it's like who?
But we find out why they want Spawn.
Yes, which makes it good. Yes. And I'm like, this is good. It's confusing. It's just there's a lot going on. It's like between this and Scorched this week, it's just kind of like, oh my God, there's so much Spawn.
I had more fun reading Scorched than
I did too. But this was still solid. I still think Gunslinger Spawn is the best series right now. But the art is still good in this.
Yeah.
Art's really good in this. But yeah, I'm just getting kind of bogged down and kind of confused about what's going on.
And if you really think about it, both issues this week from Spawn have kind of the same setup. Our heroes are made offers that they effectively can't refuse or could refuse, but
that
they're too good to offer.
They wouldn't.
Yeah.
With this one, it's like it's not really an offer. It's just kind of like, just do this. You want to be happy, don't you? So yeah, it wasn't bad. It was a meh. It was teetering between that, and it could have been an honorable mention because the art alone is great. But yeah, not bad.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Next meh I've got is the last book you'll ever read.
That's a meh for you?
I will explain why it's a meh.
Okay.
People in the comments, they give me shit for this. And
I got Shadow Man number 7. Yeah,
what that was a meh for you?
Hmm?
I couldn't disagree more.
I know you can because you were obsessed with Shadow Man. Okay, I really couldn't care less about Shadow Man. I don't know who the fuck he is, nor do I really care. But it was a meh because this art is fucking amazing.
Yes.
This art is terrific, and I don't care about the character, but I felt it. I felt the seriousness, and this had weight.
Yes, it does. And I really feel like you can jump in on this issue. It's part 3. You don't need to know anything, and you're gonna get right in line about who the bad guys are, what's going on with the Earth, the other side, and you know who the good and bad guys are. I feel like you will not be confused.
Yeah, I wasn't confused as much as I felt the weight of this, but I think it would have hit harder if you know these characters and you really like these characters. You're going to be like that. There was the dialogue is just awesome.
How it's done.
Loved it. I love the captions and everything.
Dare I say it? It reminded me. There's a bit of it. It may sound blasphemous, but reading it, the dialogue, how it's told, it really reminded me of Frank Miller in the 80s during his Daredevil run, and a little bit of Alan Moore. It had those touches in there, just like describing the actions, who's doing what.
I felt it.
Yeah, it just wow. It's like Colin Bunn has stepped up his game here. This is amazing.
Yeah, seeing as how we got a couple Colin Bunns.
Yeah. There we go.
Right next to each other. It's like, you wrote both of these? But I mean, because this one is just. I mean, I felt it. Like I said, it had weight. It has weight to it. I'm like, I just wish I felt it more because then I could really care. But it sounds like it could have been an honorable.
It sounds like it could have been an honorable.
Could have been an honorable mention. It probably should be an honorable mention.
There we go.
Should be an honorable mention.
There we go.
But it's really good, and the art is just is fucking terrific. So
yes. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to get to one of a lesser quality here.
Yeah.
So
how does this make it?
Okay. So you had Shadow Man number 7.
Yep.
I've got the last book you'll ever read, number 6. So we had a couple mess ups last week, not saying the titles. I realized when we're rewatching it, I'm like, oh my god, we didn't say the titles or the numbers. We just had too much fun discussing it. But okay, so we just said the title names and numbers.
Yep.
So people will say in the comments, "Hey, Drew, stop comparing comics to movies. They're not the same."
And it's true.
And I say, no. Look, I compared this initially to In the Mouth of Madness.
It is In the Mouth of Madness, but not as good.
Yes. And so look, this issue is now officially In the Mouth of Madness.
It is.
She's writing as a vessel for the beings.
Yes.
Just as Cedric Kane was writing as a vessel for the other beings.
Yes.
It's the exact same story, straight up and down.
Yeah, and I really wrote that down. I'm like, she's not as compelling as Cedric Kane.
Yes. Look, it's not bad, all right? But if you've seen In the Mouth of Madness, this is the same plot up and down as well as the characters. If you haven't seen it, it may come across as groundbreaking, earth-shattering, mind-blowing, but for me, it's a Tuesday.
Yeah. I felt the same way when I put it down as I skip it. I'm just like, just watch that movie. Just watch the movie. It is so much more fun.
Yes.
Cedric Kane is a much better character.
Yeah, much more colorful.
Yeah. It's hard when you're aping something. We'll call it out good or bad. If you're aping something and it's good, okay. But if you're aping something and it's lesser than,
yes, this is a lesser quality than
then it's like it's tough.
Because I'll give you guys credit initially. It's like vaguely it was there in the periphery, but now with this issue, it's full on.
It's straight up
full on that plot.
That's all I got reading this. I'm just like, that's in the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah.
If you've seen it,
yes. But if you haven't, it's probably earth-shattering. Yeah.
Read this. Yeah. Go watch In the Mouth of Madness and tell us that we're not right. So Cullen Bunn. Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. Can't all be winners.
No, they can't. No. Can't win them all.
Nope. That's true. But wait, they do win them all.
That's true. They do win them all. That's what,
Next one I got Jennifer Blood, number 6.
I have Defective Comics 1057.
I got that too. Yeah.
Not bad. I'm just getting kind of tired. Yeah. It's like, okay, let's go. Like, what are we doing next? Well, let's get to it.
Part of the problem is this event was billed as like these heroes are going to have to save the day because Batman's gone.
Yeah.
Because in the previous issue we see Batman swoop in to save the day. It's like, wait a minute, no, Mariko Tamaki, no.
Yeah.
You sold us a bill of goods where Nightwing, Huntress, Batwoman got to save the day. This could have been Batwoman's moment. This could have been Batwoman's moment. Yeah, to save the day, to be who the CW is propping up on their shoulders as the greatest hero ever.
Yeah.
Next to Naomi, but nope, Batman came in and saved the day. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like, okay, cool, fine, whatever. But that wasn't supposed to be the story.
Yeah, and it's just like, why did he? What? It just brings in so many questions. It's just okay. You have him just show up and okay. Yeah. What's the point? Like, what was the point of all of this?
Yeah.
Why did he let it get
a point of all of their struggling, trying to survive in the tower, to have Batman come in, save the day at the last month? It's like,
where the hell have you been?
Yeah.
Like, why did you let it get this bad?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
I don't know. It just reminded me of a bad analogy, but just it's coming in out of nowhere, like The Last Jedi when Rose Tico swoops in and knocks Finn from trying to make the heroic sacrifice. Coming out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literal the hand, like it's not quite the hand of God the stand, but like pretty close to that. And I was just like, okay, what's the point of this? Where are we going from here?
And another issue I have in this is, look, when you're in white scrubs, you're wearing scrubs, you got nothing on underneath the scrubs. You got no weapons, nothing. You're probably not going to attack multiple men with firearms.
I wouldn't try.
Yeah. Namely, some people doing this, and it automatically takes that verisimilitude out of the comic. It's like, no, what are you doing? Come on.
Yeah, I'm just like, we've been praising Detective for being good, shockingly. Mm-hmm. Up until I don't know, a couple issues ago. Now it's just kind of like, okay, not quite the Emperor has no clothes, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, this event is kind of turning into a event, and but the cliffhanger is interesting. So I'm curious to see what happens next. So for now, it's a meh.
And that backup story, was
I've got Jennifer Blood, number 6.
I got Blue and Gold, 7 of 8.
Okay, that was an honorable mention.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I had a lot of fun with it. It's still good. I don't care for the new Blue Beetle though. Never have.
Like Jaime Reyes?
No. So him just showing up and doing stuff is just kind of like.
Well, you can bring him. It's like, hey, let's make it a threesome, man. Let's make it, and it's like, no. But it's cool what he does. He says it's like.
I mean, it was
it makes sense.
A run in the mill, just stop the bad guys.
Yeah,
get into a fight. That's it. Low stakes, kind of. I like the last issue so much better though.
When they're fighting each other.
Yeah, that issue was just so awesome. So it's a step down from that. Hence why it's a meh. It's not bad. It's good. The art's still good.
It's got a good cliffhanger.
Yeah.
The.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. There you go.
That's right.
Now you remember.
Yeah. I know. I read these so long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty good this week.
I got Jennifer Blood, number 6. I think this is the highest praise I've given all the issues so far.
This is the highest praise you've given this. Is it because of the cover?
It's a good cover. They've been doing these homage for every title across the board, and it's like
they're trying to sell them. They're trying.
Sure, why not? The cool thing is I got the original Wizard magazine #1 at home. That is homage to. Yeah. The art is bland. The story, the pacing and execution is way off. Because the premise is simple, but the creative team in this make it more complicated and really kill the tension by switching around to different people who really don't need to be there at all. No. Because there's good tension building moments, and then they kill it by bringing in these other characters. I'm like, whoa, you just killed everything right there. No, don't do that. There's some decent action in this.
It's not bad.
Yeah, the humor is halfway not terrible.
Yeah, like I was comparing this to others in the series that has been absolute dog shit. Like they've been awful. Yeah. Unreadable. And I read this one and I was like, I actually got through it and didn't want to burn it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like, okay.
That's pretty damn good.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yeah, that's high marks. Yeah.
It's high praise for this. So the fact that I didn't want to destroy it, I was like, hey, okay.
It's halfway decent. Yeah.
We can commend.
Yes, we can. We can commend shit when it doesn't smell as bad, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Any given Tuesday.
Yep. Next one I've got is Invincible Red Sonja.
I have Beyond the Beyond. Beyond the Beyonder.
I've got that.
The Beyonder.
I've got that a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see.
The Invincible Red Sonja. Why don't you go ahead and talk about Beyond the Beyond? I'm curious about what you have to say about Beyond the Beyond.
It's not bad. It wasn't what I was expecting, I guess.
I've learned that with Scout Comics. Never go into a book with expectations. Don't do it.
Yeah, I was like, it's a #1. I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. Really cool opening.
Yes.
Awesome.
Did not see that coming.
I didn't either. I turned the page. I was like, whoa, shit. Okay, this is where we're going. But like, and then it just kind of turns into not quite a blend, but like, it's still good. It's compelling. I liked the sibling dynamic in this.
Yeah.
I thought,
it's good. You know, I like the siblings in this. You know, you understand the daughter and the son, and understand her motivations.
Yeah, and his. He's like, I'm fucking working for a living. I got to do this shit, and you know, you need to kind of grow up and you know, start pulling your weight.
I actually laughed, you know, when she's in the classroom, you know, and she's like, everyone else is bored with this, and
like all the robots are like, what the hell are you doing? Quit sleeping.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah. There's a lot of cool things in this, and some of it kind of, again, we're talking about other, you know, you can relate this to other sci-fi stuff you've read. It's nothing groundbreaking, but what they did it well. So I thought
it's got an interesting premise, you know. I'm curious to see. It's like, where is this going to go?
Yeah. I mean, you kind of got a Wayland Yutani kind of. It's like that seemed very generic. Like, okay, of course, evil, dumb, bad corporation. It's like, no duh, but the characters can save it, and I think as far as this first issue, they did a good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but there were just a couple of things. It's just kind of like,
all right. I may talk about that a little bit later.
Okay. Red Sonja.
Red Sonja, #8. It wasn't bad. Art wasn't terrible.
I thought the art sucked.
She
is drawn completely different almost in every panel.
They can't all have Stone Tower Studios like we do for Merck Publishing.
True.
The art, the action is decent. You know, it's not great. They really, I hate to say it, they really pulled their punches on the action scenes. It's like, where there should have been gore, things cut, limbs cut off.
Because she's cutting people's heads off.
It's like, really? You couldn't show one panel of that?
Yeah, it's like, and it's a tiny ass panel. You'll see a head kind of fly. It's like, that's it?
That's it? That's all we're going to get? And hey, she has to fight a monster in the next issue. Cool. You know, it's not terrible. It's not great. It's okay.
Okay. That's it for my meth.
Next meh I've got is the Silver Coin #10.
Really?
Yes.
A meh for you.
Yeah, it was a meh. You know, so I had several questions.
No Vita Ayala.
No, it's not. It's a step up from that. It's a meh. I had questions. One.
Okay.
Have you ever known of a raccoon to just sit next to a human and to be fed food by that person?
I don't know. I don't know if you were to feed just a random raccoon, like what?
Yes,
but she does kind of have a connection to animals.
Yeah,
for some reason we don't know why, but that character does have a connection to animals, so maybe they're drawn to her.
Okay.
When I kind of at first I'm like, that wouldn't happen, and it was the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Aren't raccoons nocturnal?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah.
I don't know.
2. I made notes that these kids were pretty much absolute pieces of shit.
That's the first thing I
said. On in every sense of the phrase.
Yes.
And I'm just waiting for them to die horribly. And a lot of them do, which is great. Yeah. And it sounds like not just her, but it sounds like all of them were able to understand animals. So when that gets into the exorcism later, so are they all witches?
See,
or is it just her?
I thought it was just her. I don't think they could understand animals. I thought one of them calls her out like on the bleachers.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but it sounds like when she said we need to do this exorcism, it's like, okay, I guess it's not from that way that she worded that. Like they all knew how to do an exorcism. Like so I took that they're all witches. I maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Read it. Let us know.
See that I didn't pick. I thought it was her saying, "Hey, we need to do this thing," because she was seeing things that the others obviously didn't. Because then one of them calls out, like, "Who are you talking to?"
The lady and the guy.
The guy.
Yeah.
We don't know what his name is.
Well, I think he was in one of the previous issues. I think he was one of the guys. Yeah, I think that's him.
Because we get the appearance of the silver coin.
What entity has been stuck in there?
Yeah, embodies it, right?
Yes.
And we don't know the name because it's gobbledygook.
Yeah,
what she calls the silver coin. So,
or I call it the what's the bad guy in Green Lantern? The yellow
Parallax.
Yeah, he's like the Parallax. It's
it is
like the Green Lantern movie. The cloud shit cloud. Yeah. He's the shit cloud.
You mean the actual movie?
Yeah, the movie. Yes. He's the actual shit cloud in this. Yeah,
it is. It's very. I really kind of liked it. I like the Cthulhu, not quite Cthulhu, but like amalgamation of
kind of. Yeah.
But
on the whole, it was a step up from Vita's story. So, which is saying a lot.
This is loosely based on a true story.
Yeah, loosely. Yeah,
as in they're teenagers that smoke weed.
Yeah, and bring vodka and Sunny D to school to drink.
I thought that was gross.
I thought it was just teachers that did that.
Yeah.
Next one I've got is Catwoman 41.
That's a meh for you.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, like I said, I was forgiving. I read this. I didn't want to burn it.
Wow.
But I did have notes. I did have complaints.
Okay.
So we had the return of Onyx. I think I pronounced it correctly.
I think so.
Yes.
I've always seen it written.
The greatest and bestest vigilante from Gotham's history. Onyx.
Of course. Stunning and brave.
She returns to see if Catwoman is being a good guy.
Yes.
Yep. So I know she's been popping in and out of the story since the 90s when she first appeared. But if you haven't been around for any of the latest crossovers, disasters that have happened in Gotham,
she hasn't.
She hasn't.
Yeah.
You have no right to tell anyone about being a vigilante. You have no right to preach to anyone about it. That's just how it is. I had to go back and check. Like she hasn't popped in for anything. I think not even Tom King's City of Bane, any of that crap.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, you think that he would have brought her in.
Yeah. Or Gromby's Catwoman run. Like she would have showed up. No. Just like it's like, well, Catwoman should have been like, whoa. You haven't even been here the last, however long for these disasters. You have no right to tell me about what I'm doing.
About anything.
Yeah.
Just go hit the gym some more.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But it is odd seeing Catwoman being hung up on killing when she is a killer herself. She has killed in the past, which is just, it felt out of place.
The whole dynamic, all the dialogue in and of itself, which is atrocious, is just like what are we doing? Like what's the point?
The point is, I guess it's more like it's Onyx coming back to seeing to scold her and to see if Catwoman is worthy of being a vigilante because yes, I know Onyx is one of the 2 vigilantes that Batman has allowed to operate in Gotham City.
Yes.
But still, it doesn't give her the right to preach to people when she hasn't even been around Gotham for the latest disasters at all. True. Period. Yeah. So it's.
I didn't like it, but
yeah.
And that cover can go to hell.
Yeah,
but it's just it's so preachy.
And hey, Black Mask shows up and wants to kill Catwoman. Yeah. So it's pretty bland. It doesn't get interesting until the very end, I think. It's not the worst, so it's a mild step up to make it a meh.
Okay.
Yeah, there's issues with Onyx in the picture, and it's like she doesn't belong at all.
No.
Yeah.
So out of place.
Nightwing number 90.
It's a meh?
Yeah, I made this a meh.
Jesus.
I was very forgiving. So It was shockingly not bad. The pacing is off in this because there's points where I'm like, it's got me. There's good action sequences in this. Dixon danger. I'm all in on that, but then it's killed at certain points where it's like you just killed every bit of momentum you had, Tom, to bring in these other characters to talk about this crap. And there's a scene in here where let's just say, okay, two grown men do not hug that way. No, two grown men do not hug that way. No. It does not happen.
Very
Sorry.
weird.
Yes. There was some solid action, and hopefully the next one is better. For now, it's a meh.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Been in a good mood. I gotta like you.
I know. Hey, like I said, forgiving.
Wow. All right. So now we're on to, is that it? On to Skippets?
On to Skippets.
All right. My giant list of Skippets. Well,
my 6 Skippets.
Okay. Well, we already talked about these two real quick, so I'll bring up Nightwing.
Okay.
Was a Skippet for me. There's a reason that Batman, Robin, all of them live in a cave or somewhere secluded by themselves so they don't put people in danger when they know that people are trying to assassinate them. When you're living in a fucking apartment complex that which that sometimes something may happen to where you're going to put all of these people's lives in danger. But screw them. I'm going to continue to live in my apartment because I'm a jackass. And then someone blows up that apartment complex. Somehow no one dies. And now they're all homeless because of you being an asshole. And it's like, oh, well, but I'm great and wonderful. And I'm Nightwing. I saved the day, right? It's like, no, you just like made all these people homeless. Dozens of people now, but their kids have no place to live because you're a jackass. But okay. You're amazing. So yeah, I once that happened, I was like,
okay,
that's it.
That's fair.
Don't like it. So
all right, what's your next one?
The next one was Catwoman.
Okay.
Wasn't a fan.
Okay.
Didn't like it. Didn't like that she just shows up out of nowhere on it. And it's just like, hey, what have you been doing this whole time? I'm one of the people that Batman allows in here, right? I'm great, right? Mm-hmm. And just follows her around the whole time.
It's like we said, it's like you have no right to say that when you haven't even been here for these disasters that have happened.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it should have been like. Who are you? Why are you here? Yeah. I don't know who you are. Yeah. So, yeah.
Weren't you helping Bane?
Yeah. You look like Bane's daughter. Never mind. Yeah, I didn't like it. Not a big shocker there. So, skip it for me this week.
All right.
So I think anything else that you had that that you gave a pass to? Oh, yeah. Real quick. Best book you'll ever read.
Yep.
Go watch In the Mouth of Madness. Sutter Kane, much better than her. More
his favorite color is blue.
You read Sutter Kane. Well, yeah, just go watch that because at this point, it's basically that movie. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of giving it a pass, but now can't, not anymore. Mm-hmm. So I just didn't. It just doesn't last. It's just not as fun as that movie. So I think that's it. Oh, I have read Sonja.
Okay.
I didn't like the art. Literally, I was seeing her drawn differently in every single panel. At some points, I mean, she'd have traps like Brock Lesnar and these jacked up arms, and in the next minute, she'd be completely tiny. And I was just like, can you get on the same page about what she looks like? Because it makes no sense. And then the story, she fights some bugs that you could kind of tell were bugs, but not. And it just, see very often, and she ends up getting in a gladiator fight that you don't see until the next issue. So, found it very boring. And the art, again, not good. I think we're all caught up. All right. Yep, caught up.
Give me 1 second. Messaging Sean. Mentioning about fixing a page of art.
Oh. Okay. I'm curious if you have this one in your Skippets. You probably don't.
Okay, here we go. Skippets for the week.
All right.
First one I've got.
If you don't have one in here, I'm going to be really pissed.
That makes it all the more interesting.
Oh my God.
First one I got is Avengers.
Really?
54, yes.
That is not what I thought. Power Rangers 17.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, real quick. I don't care who these fucking Star-Lord Power Rangers, Starlight, what the hell are they?
Omega Rangers.
Yeah, I dropped off the series way before these guys even showed up. I couldn't care less what's going on. And some fucking Eagle Man walking around. I'm like, I can't. I thought, and this was just standing around talking the whole time.
Well, wasn't they're trying to recruit, regather after the Altarian War, trying to get a new command center, get people stealing things, trying to stop them. There's a lot going on here.
It's boring. I don't like these characters.
Jesus Christ. Kyle.
Yeah. All right. Explain yourself on that. This awesome book.
This awesome book?
Yeah.
Are you serious right now?
Really?
Is this happening? First off, this main cover is an absolute lie. This does not happen at all.
They're beat up. They're not dead like that.
They're fighting. They're all. No, they're not. They're all fighting in this. They're all fighting. This cover is an absolute lie.
They lose at the end.
No. This comic is a blob of things happening and stuff that I couldn't really care about.
Oh.
It just, no, none of that. It just, the only thing that matters in this is one page with Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, none of the stuff in this has come to light in the main Thor series with what happens to him in here.
Yet.
It's like, wait, what? None of this makes any sense. There's no goddamn continuity here.
Well, a lot of the characters aren't written the way they are in some of the other ones.
Yeah.
The Phoenix.
Yeah, but hey, Echo saves the day. So there you go.
She's written much better in this, though. I think,
as opposed to End Song, whatever that
was.
It's saying something, but not much.
Yeah,
it's like a whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah,
I'm shocked at that.
I hated this.
Oh,
next issue should be more interesting.
Wow.
With what we're teased with the next issue, it should be much more interesting and fun. But
okay, so strongly disagree with that. Okay. Damn.
Next one.
Okay. I swear to God, if you don't have this.
Amazing Spider-Man 92,
God
Bay.
Thank you.
I had.
Son of a bitch.
I had.
Oh, man.
So many. I was.
Spider-Man is not in this book.
Yes. Okay.
He's in one panel.
Yes. Not just that.
Oh.
I was messaging Wes with panels from this. I'm like, can you believe this shit? Can you believe this? Can you believe the shit she is saying?
Yes, in the beginning.
Yeah. Monica Rambeau, who I loved, was great. She is officially now one of the most unlikable characters in Marvel right now.
Because she said she had to be unlikable.
Yeah. Wait, what?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
I'm too, amazing and likable.
Yeah.
People like me too much.
Yeah. We're not kidding.
That's what she literally says.
She says this shit on a page. It's ridiculous.
And I'm like, first off, you're an idiot. Secondly, isn't this a Spider-Man book?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Spider-Man? I kept turning the pages. Where's Spider-Man at? Oh.
Yeah.
Ben Reilly barely shows up in one panel on the second to last page.
My draw just kept dropping lower and lower after reading all of the lines of just selfish, unheroic dialogue they've given her. Yes. It's ridiculous.
She's like, I need to be unlikable.
So a villain.
Yeah.
Because you're acting like a villain in this.
Because I'm too likable and I'm too nice, and then people like walk all over me. Yeah. And I'm a pushover.
And speaking of being walked over and being a pushover, Machine Man. Yeah. Walking all over him. Yeah. I couldn't. My draw is dropping even lower. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
What's going on with Spider-Man?
What's
going on?
No. I don't know.
This is just a dumping ground.
3 people wrote this.
Yes, which is a big problem.
Yes. Trace people wrote this. And one of them wasn't Kelly Thompson, which is shocking.
I know.
I would have thought she wrote the whole thing. But
yeah. I just cannot believe what I was reading. I was like, is this? I'm like, I had to look at the cover. I'm like, is this Spider-Man or is this a joke?
This is the main cover. This is not a variant. Yeah. This is the main cover. Yeah.
This infuriated me.
But by the time I got to the end of this, I realized this is not required reading unless you just desperately want to waste $5. Yeah. And I think there's probably people out there who do want to waste $5, but
you're completist. I get it.
The Spider-Man fans are completists.
Yeah. I get it.
You do not need to read this.
Please don't read it.
No.
It's just going to piss you off.
Yeah.
If you're a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah.
Or a comic book fan.
Yeah.
Or Monica Rambeau fan.
Or fans of heroes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Oh, man, if you gave that a pass.
Next one I've got Eternals the Heretic #1.
Really?
Yes.
Me too.
I'm reading it. So, okay. Look. This character, Uranos, he is straight up and down dark side.
He is dark side.
He is dark side. I'm reading this the whole time.
There's a cover. There's one of the covers. It looks like dark side on the cover.
Yes. So they even say in this, if this character dies, the planet dies.
Yes.
Which is the same with Darkseid. If he dies, Apocalypse dies. So I saw what this character looked like back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I meant to bring up an image of it, but I forgot to. He looks nothing like he did back in the day. Nothing. He looks like a normal guy with long black hair.
I would have bought that.
Yeah.
Like somehow that Jack Kirby would have drawn him so that way it would have been interesting as opposed to this.
Yeah, so it's like now we're at the point where it's Darkseid meeting Thanos, who are effectively the same character.
Yeah, they're both.
Thanos is Marvel's Darkseid. Yeah. Darkseid is DC's Thanos.
Yeah.
So now Marvel effectively has two.
Yeah.
Here.
And they're both into genocide.
Yes.
And it's like, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Of both of you here?
It's very fourth wall. It's like a fourth wall within a fourth wall.
It's like 16 walls.
Yeah. It's very. It's just like, whoa! What is going on here? It's just. I know. Yeah. It's like what if Deathstroke met Slade Wilson? Something like that. Yeah.
It's just a stalemate. It's just it's about characters.
Deathstroke met Wade Wilson. Sorry, Deathstroke met Wade Wilson. Yes.
Yeah. I don't like the Eternals. It's like another #1 Eternals. It's like you can try all you want. Nobody cares about these characters.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, it's like I kind of like this character, but we already have him in DC, Darkseid.
Yeah, I'm like, if this guy kills Thanos, it's like, okay.
But they don't even fight. They don't.
No, he's stuck in a wall.
He's his grandfather, effectively.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's stuck behind some force field and they can't kill him.
Yeah.
So he says.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, call his bluff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like, I call his bluff, see what happens. It doesn't matter. It'll all come back anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, there you go. That's very true. Yeah. That's why they're eternal.
Yeah.
Next one I've got is Slumber #1.
The Plunder.
Yes.
2.
Or as I call it, Inception 2. Sleepwalking. This is straight up Inception.
It's Inception and that terrible Hugh Jackman movie on HBO, The Reminiscence.
Oh. Yeah.
It's like, we're going to go into dreams and pull stuff out and relive. It's like, that sounds like both of these movies combined. And it's a little bit of Monsters, Inc. with the Doors.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah. I made notes for this. I had several notes for this.
Okay.
I
think I got one somewhere here.
What is the tone of this comic? Is it a comedy? Is it a horror? Is it a spoof? Is it drama? I don't know.
It's trying to be all of this. At first, I was like, oh, we got a cool murder mystery. And there's somebody killing people in dreams or using people to sleepwalk and kill people. I'm like, that's cool. And then we get a 180 of these people like, oh, I'm the dream police. And I'm here to help kill things in your dreams. You hired us. It's like, what? Hey, I thought we were in a detective story. I was completely lost.
And the second note I made, if you're a cop, all right, you're familiar with this. All right.
I am.
And you need help from another cop who's on suspension.
Yeah.
You do clearly need help. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking. All right.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you're that desperate.
Yeah. Yes, you're that desperate. Yeah. Third, if you say, quote, the suspect's name comes up again, you'll have a record of that person being curious about them because you would have investigated them.
Correct.
Yeah. So there's like there's some logical fallacies going on here in the first few pages.
Well, yeah, and they have a business card of this person. And they're like, oh, yeah, we've met the person before. And then she's like, oh, you want to go interview him? And he's like, nah, not right now.
It's like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me this name card has been there in multiple crime scenes, but you have not done jack and shit?
Yeah.
You didn't even investigate the person. You didn't even talk to them.
Yeah. That's what we in the business call a clue. Like, it's kind of there for you.
So it's fair to say that these cops suck at their job.
Yeah, and a detective wouldn't show up in a bathrobe, bunny slippers.
Well, he's on suspension, Kyle.
What does that matter?
He's on suspension.
What does that matter? He can't wear clothes?
She's desperate.
But why wouldn't he put on clothes?
It's the middle of the night. Look at Batman Forever. James Gordon showed up at the police tower in his jammies.
So, of course. Yeah. That's what we do. Because funny.
Yes.
It's like, no, that's not. No.
You get it?
It's like, go watch Bosch.
I know. I'd rather watch Bosch than read this again. Jesus.
Yeah, this book was dumb. I didn't find the humor all that funny.
No, because there's parts where they're trying to be funny. It just doesn't work.
It just thuds to the ground.
Yeah. And what's supposed to be creepy or scary in these dreams just comes out across as just slightly weird.
Yeah, I'm like, you have such a fun. It's just like the Nightmare on Elm Street series. It's like, granted, they were limited by their budget, but like you're in dreams.
Yes,
you can literally make anything happen. Mm-hmm. That should be terrifying.
Yeah,
like you have that playground to play with, and it's dumb.
Yes,
it's not. It's too colorful and bright.
Now, I'll say this: there's a comic later I'm going to get to in my top 10 may or not involve like a clownish figure.
Okay,
it's downright creepy. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it does a much better job than this piece of shit from Image. Oh my god!
Yeah, this just felt kind of lazy.
Yeah, and a lot of the dreams were just half-assed, and the writing of the cops half-assed.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, it's just an absolute mess in story and the art, and do not waste your money with this.
Don't. It's a shame.
So I've got 2 left.
Okay.
Clearly from the back, so you can tell that they're DC.
Oh.
So if you want, we can go through the rest. I'm fairly certain these 2 will be in your Skippets. Because they're pretty damn bad.
All right, I'm going to wait for these then. Because I assume that's what those are. I can take a guess. I have the Sex Lives of Wolverine number 5.
That was a Skippet?
Yeah.
Whoa!
I don't like it. Like,
explain yourself, sir.
Out of nowhere, so now it doesn't matter anything Wolverine did in the past. Mm-hmm. None of that mattered because he just wakes up and Jean is there and he's like, "Oh, hey, great guys, good to see you. Hey, I know where Omega Red's at. He's probably in Russia because he's fucking Russian, but whatever." Well, and it's like so basically everything we didn't need to do, right? It's like okay. Okay,
but you cannot deny the last half of this comic is fucking awesome.
It is, and how it ends is cool.
Yes,
it's like, okay, that's the story that should have been told, not this bullshit of him going around and Omega Red having fake powers that he never had to begin with, doing things.
Mothers just having babies, holding shotguns, and when you say it out loud, it's just like Jordan White approved that. Jordan White said, "Yes, keep that."
Stunning and brave.
Yep.
The fight with Omega Red is good that he has. A good fight.
It's not just one page, it's several pages.
It's a lot and a lot of small panels and stuff. It's a cool fight. Give it that. It's a cool ending of what happens, but none of it mattered. Everything leading up to this didn't matter. It's like you just woke up and it's like, oh hey, everything's fine now. It's like, then what was the point? Couldn't Charles Xavier just use his mind to find out where Omega Red was?
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's like, you need to go back in time to save me, but it didn't matter.
No.
Because you didn't save me. Oh, God. All right. I cannot. A cool fight scene. If you want to get it for the fight scene,
yes.
I completely understand, but don't read the beginning. Don't read the beginning of that book. God. All right. I have this one. I'll be surprised if you probably like this one. Playthings, number 1. I hated the art in this. The art is awful.
No. I will strongly disagree with you. I felt like the art in this fits the story that they're telling.
I wanted this cover. This cover is creepy as hell.
Yes, it is.
I love this cover.
Yes.
Like that is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted that. Don't get it. Don't get it in this. I was let down. I had high expectations for this.
So I was more forgiving on this. Clearly, I was much more forgiving on this than you were.
And that's fine.
But I'll explain why.
Yeah, that's okay.
Granted, the story is very familiar. I'll get to some things where it's very familiar, but I felt the art was beautiful, and the art perfectly represents the story he was telling.
I just felt the art, as perfect as it could have told the story, it can be better.
I could not disagree more.
Okay, I just was let down because I was this was I was really looking forward to this, and I'm like, I cannot wait to read this and be scared because clowns scared the shit out of me, and I just didn't feel it. All right, I have A King's Vengeance number 2. There's no way you like this.
I absolutely loved it.
Oh, Gick.
I love this.
Oh, come on.
Beginning to end.
Really?
I love this, yes.
This was like The Witcher, but worse.
Witcher, but better. You got Brock Sampson here, man. That's awesome.
It's so dumb. He just shows up to a bar, fights these dudes for no reason, waits around for this other guy to fight, and he does. And it's just like...
I loved it.
Oh god, this art is absolutely.
I walked into this, knowing next to nothing.
I knew nothing.
And I'm like, what the fuck? This is awesome. I love this book. This was amazing. If you walk into a comic next and having low expectations, not knowing anything about it, and it's an issue 2,
and it's
this. There you go. This.
Yeah.
No. No.
I had no expectations for it, and it didn't exceed any expectations because I had none, and it just wasn't good. I didn't like it. Didn't like this main character. I'd rather watch The Witcher.
What? No, I'd rather read that than watch The Witcher.
Oh, jeez.
You mean everyone else around The Witcher except for The Witcher?
Yeah.
No, not happening.
Yeah, I would.
First one I got, Justice League 74.
This awesome cover.
Real quick, to sum it up.
You're the one that likes to.
Naomi saved today.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
There you go. This is the end of Bendis' bullshit.
Yes.
Dark Crisis is coming, and it's not coming soon enough.
I know. The only thing I was just like, thank God Bendis is done.
Yeah.
Like, get the hell out of here. You've completely destroyed the Justice League.
Yes.
And
all we know is Naomi saves the day in this. And another good thing coming besides Dark Crisis to wipe the palate cleanse of this shit is Christopher Priest is writing a Black Adam series this summer. It looks amazing. Story sounds good.
Better than this?
Yeah. I mean, I remember like it was supposed to be Shazam. I remember in the first issue, it's like, oh, God, get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. No, we're done. Yeah.
Such a good book.
Fuck you.
Thank you, Bendis.
Last one. This is an absolute turd. Wonder Woman 785.
Wonder Woman.
Did you read parts 1 and 2 of the Trial of the Amazons?
I think so.
Okay, you did.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure we did, right?
So once again, how about why don't you? Nubia is an idiot. First off,
yes,
she's an absolute idiot.
Yes.
The lasso of truth. All right, the lasso of truth should be the first resource you go to, since it's the quickest and most reliable resource to be used in discovering who the killer is.
Yeah. It's the easiest thing to use.
Not as a last resort.
Yeah.
That is illogical. Even Spock would call her an idiot. Once you turn your brain on, look, I try to turn my brain off when I'm reading it, right? But once logical fallacies pop up, your brain turns on. It's like the phrase from Red Letter Media. You may not have noticed, but your brain did.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's true.
And Wonder Woman as well does something incredibly stupid in this. And my brain literally broke on that page. And after that, what exploded in my brain, scanner style, they had a 21 gun salute.
Yes.
A 21 gun salute on Themyscira.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look. All right. There's there's great dramatic buildup to some potential action, but it's all killed. You know,
there's no action in this. They stand around and talk.
There's buildup to it. They're building up to it. Nothing happens. 3 issues. Nothing has happened.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing outside of a murder at the very end of issue 1. That is it. Which they spoiled weeks ahead of time.
Yeah. I just felt this was so boring. I'm sitting here. I'm like, get to something. Do something. Yeah. Accuse somebody of something. And get mad and punch something.
So what I've taken note of so far, we're 3 parts in. Mm-hmm. 1, there's no trial in any way, shape, or form whatsoever.
Nope.
Trial of combat or a trial or an actual trial.
Like Magneto.
Yeah. No. There you go. Yeah. Co-written by the same person. Yeah. 2, no investigating into the murder at all. Nubia's like, no, hey, it's cool. It's all right, you know.
No, we all know. We don't need to know.
3, Nubia is an absolute idiot.
Yeah.
For just, what on top of that, Hippolyta, before she died, saying Nubia is the bestest and greatest ruler there's ever been, which, even though, because
it's true,
there's been nothing put in place to show that she is, when Hippolyta has been a ruler there for ever. It's like, it's like, what makes you think she can after having like a week on the job?
She's that good.
And 4, drama and action be damned in a Wonder Woman event. You know, we need more women talking and frolicking.
Well, because women solve their problems differently. They don't fight them out. I don't know.
You're probably right. You know, that's probably what they're going for. Women talk everything out. Women are best friends. They talk everything out. Hippolyta died of natural causes. There we go.
There was no murder.
Yep.
I assumed it would be a white male that somehow snuck on to the island. I don't know.
Natural causes.
Yeah, natural causes. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. Cancer.
Yep.
Finally got her.
Yep.
R.I.P.D.
Silent killer.
Yep. Always is.
There you go, guys. That's the Skippets and Mets for the week. What do you think? Are we about 99.9% correct? Is Cal 1% correct? Am I 100% correct? Let us know in the comments. It has been less than an hour, and I am very shocked because I thought this was going to be a lot longer than it was.
Judging by my stack, but it's not too bad.
No.
Still got it.
2 weeks off on a vacation? Yeah, go figure. So there you go, guys. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. It's down there somewhere, usually. And stay tuned. We got our top 10 coming right up. And see you.